In a small town nestled amidst the hills stood an old and seemingly ordinary school. However, the students and staff knew better. The school's library was notorious for being haunted. It was said that late at night, books would fall off the shelves, whispers could be heard among the aisles, and the air would turn chillingly cold. Many claimed to have seen the ghostly figure of a former librarian who had tragically died in the library decades ago. Students often dared each other to spend the night, but few could muster the courage to do so. One fateful night, a brave group of friends decided to confront the haunting. Armed with flashlights and nervous laughter, they entered the library. As the hours passed, books started flying off the shelves, whispers grew louder, and temperatures plummeted. Suddenly, the room went pitch black, and a cold hand gripped one of the friends' shoulders. Terrified, they turned on their flashlights to reveal an open book floating in the air. As they read the words aloud, the ghostly figure of the librarian appeared and began recounting her tragic story. From that day on, the library was seen in a new light, a place where history and spirits intertwined. At a prestigious boarding school, a seemingly innocent portrait hung in a dusty corridor. The painting depicted a young girl with piercing eyes, but as time went on, students noticed a peculiar phenomenon. The girl's expression changed. It was as if the painting captured her emotions, shifting from happiness to sadness, anger to fear. Rumors circulated that the girl in the painting was the daughter of a former headmaster who had been wronged by the school's administration. One night, a curious student decided to investigate. Armed with a camera, she entered the corridor, determined to capture the changing expression. As the clock struck midnight, the corridor grew icy cold, and the girl's eyes locked onto the student. The camera flashed, capturing the girl's enraged visage. In a panic, the student fled, but when she examined the photo, the girl's furious expression had vanished, leaving only an empty portrait. The next day, the corridor was sealed off, and the painting was never seen again. However, some say that if you listen closely on cold nights, you can still hear the faint whispers of the girl's anguished cries. In a remote countryside village, a small school with a towering bell tower stood as a landmark. Every year, the school students participated in a tradition, ringing the bell at midnight on the last day of school. Legend had it that the original bell ringer had tragically fallen to their death while ringing the bell, and their spirit now haunted the tower. One year, a daring group of students decided to ring the bell despite the warnings. As they climbed the winding stairs, eerie sounds echoed through the tower, whispers, footsteps, and the haunting melody of a distant music box. When they reached the top, they hesitated, feeling an unseen presence. With trembling hands, they pulled the bell's rope. The bell tolled loudly, but suddenly, the rope tightened around one student's wrist, yanking them towards the edge. In a desperate struggle, the others managed to free their friend, but the bell continued ringing on its own. They fled down the stairs, the phantom bell tolling behind them. From that night on, the bell tower remained silent, its eerie song a reminder of the spirits that still lingered within its walls.